Zippity doo dah, zippity day. It's the filler arc.
Quick editor's note here. If you are only interested in the Demon Slayer movie reaction and review, go ahead and jump to about 30 minutes into the episode, okay? Before that, we have some fun listening to Jacob's reaction to a previously released Devil Fruit episode where Ethan gave his top 5, in his opinion, women in anime that are best suited for Jacob. It's a lot of fun. There's some wild antics that go on in that section. But if you are only here for the Demon Slayer movie reaction and review, we totally get it. The exact time of the transition into that topic will be down in the podcast description.
Can we even really call it the filler arc anymore? Because it's been like 6 episodes straight.
No, guys, I promise this has not just become the main show. We're not lazy. It's not, we're going to get back to mainline episodes soon. Don't worry about it.
We're experimenting. We're filling our time. We're having fun. That's what matters.
Naruto Shippuden has how much filler,
Season
and people still
13,
like that.
I think is the one with the turtle. Oh my God, skip it. Forget about it.
But don't skip us, because our filler arc is adding character development.
Truly.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Speaking of character development.
So
today, wait, we never even said our names.
I'm Joe. Let the people know. This voice here is Joe.
Yep. And I'm Ethan. You all knew that, though. It's a team favorite.
Jeez. Wow. All right.
Ethan just coming out hot.
Yeah.
He's
I see all the
favorite.
DMs for the Ethan t-shirts. We'll get them sometime, guys.
Yeah. Ethan's the superstar, Joe's the underdog, and I'm the villain. It's fine. Everything's great. You'll get your time in the sunlight soon, Joe.
Someday.
Today, we've got a couple of topics to cover.
Yes.
Out the gate, as you can tell from the title, we are talking about Demon Slayer Mugen Train, because that came out. It fucking swept the box office. Did a real good job. It rips. We're all ready to talk about it. And it's actually kind of a big deal for us because, if anybody doesn't know, and obviously you can't go back and listen to this, but we have spoken about it on a couple of occasions. The beginning of the Devil Fruit podcast, before we were even called the Devil Fruit podcast, started with us watching and talking about Demon Slayer.
And just getting so excited.
It was literally the most hyped we've ever been on any show.
And some of the worst recordings you may have ever heard in your entire life.
We really walked in there and said, we don't need to clap to sync nothing.
We didn't know what we were doing.
We can all record separately in these very specific weird ways. This will be fine. And then so
and look at us now.
Look at us now.
Absolute studs.
Yeah, look at us now. My audio quality is actually worse than it was back then.
Listen, I still think we're the best anime podcast out there. I was flipping around. I'm not going to name any names, but like, we're the best. We're the best.
Wow, Joe just straight shit on every anime podcast that exists.
Yeah.
So y'all need to get all y'all out there with all those views and those followers. We're laying down the line. You don't have the quality. You just have the quantity.
We're coming for you.
As we say
and your
on
viewers.
Our
send them our way.
Yeah. Send them our way for the quality, as we say on our 6th filler arc episode in a row. So, before we get into Mugen Train, though.
Yes.
You sneaky little mousy boys, okay?
Little mousy boy.
You little in the walls eating the cheese, okay? I was like, last weekend, I thought we talked about recording, and I was waiting for someone to say something Sunday, and then no one said anything, so I just depressedly went along my day. And then the week started to go forward, and then I ended up talking to Ethan at some point during that week, and I was like, yeah, I thought we were recording. And Ethan was like, yeah, dude, I don't know. I was like, you sneaky fucking mousy boys. Because then out of nowhere, Joe's like, I'm posting it. And I'm like, posting what?
Well, as you heard before that, at the very beginning of that episode, which is my top 5 anime girls for Jacob, I was extremely nervous about that one. It took me a long time to whittle down that list and also just like get in a good mind space of doing that in a very wholesome way, which I hope I accomplished.
Oh yeah.
I got Kat's patent of approval before I let that one loose. So
that's a intense seal, you know. That's like the Nintendo seal.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. And
So,
in all honesty, her response was, "It's fine." So
sick.
apparently, it could have been better, but I think it's pretty good.
Listen,
I think it was handled beautifully.
Yeah, she just didn't know who anyone was, so can't blame her for that.
If it wasn't good for the audience, I can tell you today that it was definitely good for me. I got to my lunch break and I was fucking dying the entire time.
Let me know what your reaction was when you opened up your podcasting app and saw the title.
Just the title. Just the title. What did you do?
I straight up, because even when they were sending the text saying that they were posting it, they didn't say what the fuck it was. So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go listen to the new episode on my lunch break. I open it up, and I'm like, oh my God. They actually did it.
And were you excited or afraid at that point in time?
Honestly, I had no idea what to think, because I was like, do they know? Like, do they I there's two ways that this episode could have gone. It's either going to be you chose stuff that does fit, or you chose stuff that you think that you think that like I'm wrong and that this is what you actually think would be good for me. And I wasn't sure which way you were going to take it. And somehow you found kind of a middle road that really ended up connecting really well, actually.
I think Ethan knocked it out of the park.
So Jacob,
I do too.
With our Devil Fruits grading scale, how do you grade the top 5 list?
I think that particular episode, out of all of our filler arc episode, is definitely, at least for me, an S tier episode.
Oh yeah,
because
amazing!
It's so much fun.
All right,
and it was
I can retire happy.
And I literally was like edge of my seat, and I'm like, what is he gonna fucking say next? like, you know,
That's exactly
and
what I wanted.
I was having a great time with it, but I have to say that, as we all know, I can't stop talking. So when I listened to this episode, I was like, I have so many things to say.
Yeah, let's get into the meat and potatoes. What do you got?
Okay. So I just took a quick listen through it again before we started this and put every single character up on a screen so I can look at all of them. So I get a little bit more information, have the visual.
He's got a pen and paper. This man's
That's true. I wrote them down on my notepad.
This man is
incredible.
He's really here.
Really went for it. I got so out the gate. Okay, when you hit number 5 with Misa Amane, that was the moment that I knew. I was like, holy shit, they actually know. Like, okay, so we're gonna go on a fucking journey. Like, it's actually gonna be a little too close to home.
So that one resonated.
It does. Yes. And it does, but it is funny. It does in the way that you chose it as the number 5, because there are some big things about Misa that definitely hit me. But then I don't think it's anywhere near the number 1. And I thought you hit it in exactly the right place. Okay. And that's what I was so surprised by.
I agree.
Because Misa aesthetically is like, guys, okay. Audience.
I'm like reliving this. I was cackling the entire recording of that episode.
I know you were. I grew up. I saw stuff like Raven and Black Star in Teen Titans. Okay. Like I have a thing for gothic style I'm just saying, I'm not trying to listen. I know that everybody got on the big titty GF meme, goth GF meme for a while there. And I'm not saying that I'm that guy, but I might be that guy. So Amane is definitely like that aesthetically to an absolute T. And also, I just wanted to point out, since this was a thing that was spoken on in the last episode, good job. When she started in the anime, she was 19. So we're chilling.
Boy, I don't know if I want to know the answers to those questions.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine with Misa.
Okay.
She was 19 at the start of the show. She was 24 after the time skip. We're chilling. We're safe. But I will point out that, and I think this was even brought up a little bit about her personality type, because in the show, she's like this hyper obsessive person. She's like, does everything and anything for light. And I would say that I have encountered people, not obviously to the dramatic degree, but like encountered people like that in my life. And it's actually not something I like.
Very understandably.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember your situation, and that, I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I think this is a really good number 5, because I think the look thing is like exact, but then like the actual like character, I think would like, I would be like, okay, let's.
It would like make you scoot back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I said it'd be a perfect girlfriend and not a wife.
This is tumultuous ground, boys. This conversation is going to go, and you're going to have to delete shit. So that's just how this is going to fucking go.
It'll be fine.
All right.
So
moving in number 4.
So then you threw in a curveball. You went for
Trish
Una from JoJo's Golden Wind Part 5. So it was not something I would have expected you to say, because after you threw in Misa, I was like, okay, so he's just going to go full on like goth characters that I'm like not going to think about until he like brings them out. And then you throw in something like Trish, and I was like, man, you hit a completely different side of the types of things that I look for, which is that her personality is more, I would say, more in line with the types of girls that I'm attracted to, which is the type of girl that kind of just steps on you, just gives you a punch to the face. Just gives you a little bit of.
She definitely likes being the one in charge.
Yeah, and I'm not a person that likes to be like totally not in charge, but I do like a girl that's just like
forward,
self-confident,
intense. Got that, it's very confident, absolutely. And I think that that's a personality compared to like a character like Misa that hits me more. And also, Trish does look fucking cool. Her hair's fucking cool.
Yeah.
JoJo, everybody, it's like what Joe said when you guys were doing the episode. Everybody in JoJo's is like pure aesthetic as characters.
Right. Right.
It's like literally JoJo's is all about like rock and roll and high fashion. That's like the entire thing. So she's fucking dope, and I think that was actually a really good choice. Then again, hit me with another curve. You went for Kyokujiro.
I stand by this
from My Hero, and as spoken on before. So like age aside, because.
Yeah, and we said, all this
both
is...
Trish and Kyoka are 15. So not saying that.
Right.
But like like the way I would describe this is if you took all of the attributes of this character and put them on an adult.
Yeah. No, and
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and in the recording, Ethan and I landed on like we're just assuming that they are the same age magically, or Jacob would become the same age as the character.
See, I become concerned about that. I become concerned about that though, because that's like the meme where it's like, if she's 15, I'm 15.
Oh,
and like,
geez.
I don't think that completely saves you.
Well,
I really don't.
We're not. I think it's different.
We're in a realm right now. Okay. So there are, I totally agree in the way that you described this, Ethan, because the type of personality that Kyokujiro is like way more like that's exactly the line that I would say I definitely look for. Like I have these moments of like kind of again more of that like Trish like super like hyper confident kind of like step on you kind of personality, but then like this is more that like in the reality of who if I was trying to think about like who to look for to hopefully have like a long relationship, that type of like chill confident personality that's like kind of goes with the flow but still like goes into action when they need to, like that, the intelligent creative mindset. That's like what this character embodies, and I actually 100% agree with you when you were like, I don't care what he says, and I'm like, no, you're totally right. I also just really like that kind of haircut as well. I'm just going to throw that in the mix. That kind of like bob cut. That's like when I like every time I see a girl with like a bob cut like that, I'm always like, woo, all right. And then I move on with my day because
my day.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised you agreed with it. So I'm very happy about that.
Speaking about bob cuts, or at least similar, this one I really didn't expect. Android 18. I don't think I've ever really thought about Android 18 as like a character that I'm like, oh shit. Like I don't think I've ever really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
But I get it. I kind of get the point. Yeah. Because again, she's got that like intense kind of like strong personality that I really like. And like you're right, she's a robot, and we all know how I am. And listen.
And I feel like once you actually watch Dragon Ball Z and you hear her line delivery and everything like that.
Well, I've heard her.
She's
okay. Yeah, no, I know her personality. Like I know, like I mean that's what I mean. Like it's just not. It never clicked. But Ethan brought it up. I was like, huh.
Okay.
Not bad. That's not a bad idea.
Wow. So far, I'm 4 for 4. I would say.
No, I think you're killing it. And then you went to your honorable mention.
So this is number 1. I'm really interested in because this was really just something I pulled out of a deep well somewhere in me.
Oh, well, you don't get it yet because just like when I was listening and you went on with honorable mentions for so long.
Oh, great.
So am I.
Let's fast forward.
You don't get it yet.
You don't get it. You threw in Asuka Langley from Evangelion, which is funny because that kind of like she's like the like tsundere character. Like she's like the one, and that's fair.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say that type of personality has not made me turn in that direction before. Okay. I kind of just sometimes I like to be insulted. Sometimes I like to get riled up. Okay.
I think that character's name has come up in conversations past.
Probably.
I think so.
I mean, listen.
Okay.
So I think you're on the ball there. Mikasa kind of slides more into that Misa territory again because Mikasa's like,
oh yeah,
she's a little intense.
Granted,
like
we've only ever seen
really
her in war
Eren.
times.
Like,
but I agree.
Fair enough. But yeah, she's just like she's really dedicated to Eren, which like it's cool, but it's definitely like another one of those things where I'd be like, "Woo, okay, let's slow the roll a little bit." But Mikasa is really cool. She's super fucking strong and skilled, and that shit's dope. I love that character. Okay. This is honestly, if I'm being honest, this next one's the entire reason why I wanted to respond. So you brought up Faye Valentine, and you guys had a conversation about Faye Valentine.
You know the first rule of combat?
Huh?
Shoot them before they shoot you.
Yeah.
And you were like, maybe this should have been number 5. Maybe this shouldn't have.
Yeah. I
just want you, I want you to understand, like when you said Faye Valentine, this is what I did in my car.
He's walking away.
Oh God.
Facts.
Screaming facts. Wow.
So that's what I did.
So I was right.
No.
Because I had that
So-
feeling as soon as you said it. I was like, oh.
If the fact bat existed, he would just be
But-
showing up in your car as you're listening to this.
Right.
Whee!
Right. But funny enough, I have a great argument for why Ethan was correct in
Oh, great.
not putting her as
Do my
number
work
5.
for me.
Okay.
Because knowing Faye Valentine as a character
Oh.
out the gate, like aesthetically, she's like, dude, like guys, listen, she's like, like 11, like perfect.
Yeah.
It's like incredible. Again, the bob cut, the fucking like the crazy like sultry style and all that. I'm all in on all that.
Mm.
And her character it also embodies that as well. And she's exactly the type of girl that I would go after and get my heart broken. And that's why it's good that she's not on the list, because this is the type of girl that would fucking ruin me, and I'd let her. And
I'd
you know
let
what?
Okay.
Great honorable mention. But technically didn't fit your
Great,
criteria.
great.
So good job. Because I think that's exactly what would happen in that situation. And I'm totally okay with that. But yeah, I love Faye Valentine.
I can't imagine her ever really settling down. You know, like she seems like the kind of character that's going to die heroically.
Right.
And that's probably what she wants.
And that's again, like, I would let her ruin me entirely, wholly, if you will.
All right.
We're going to move on.
Yeah, did I have another one after this?
Yes,
Okay.
you did. You had 2 more,
Yeah,
in fact. You had a lot of honorable
I had a
mentions.
big
You just
list.
kept throwing them out. Yeah. You then put in who you said in the podcast, in the episode, you said her name was Mai. I think it's May May.
Oh yeah, what were your thoughts
Because
on
it's
this?
MEI. This is actually, for being a character that didn't show up in Jujutsu Kaisen that much, I honestly totally agree.
All right.
Like
So-
100%. Like, because again, she's just that like, kind of like badass. I only do shit for money. I'm gonna talk smack to Gojo. Like,
She's a little scary.
she's scared. Right. And okay, I'm happy you brought up that descriptor, because that's really the word I've been looking for. Sometimes I like scary women. I don't know what to say. I like to be a little intimidated.
All right.
I like it. It's just something about it. I like a woman that I'm just like, are you going to kill me? I don't know. We'll find
Living
out.
on the edge.
Find out.
Okay.
I'm a gambling
So
man.
yeah. All right.
And then you had one more. You threw in Ryuko from Kill la Kill, which that kind of like bombastic, like badass kind of personality. I could see it, but I think it's a good honorable, not good for the list.
Okay.
So I agree there. So then you went deep cut. You've never seen Initial D, and then you went and found something from Initial D that's like pretty deep in. And I don't even know if I've seen the part in Initial D where these 2 girls show up.
Okay.
My question for you was, because I don't think you made it wholly clear in the episode, were you saying that the number 1 anime girl for me was actually 2 girls? Or are you saying that it's just the driver?
No,
I think he meant just the driver.
not the navigator, just the driver.
Okay. Because like when you opened up on that one, you were just like, so there's these 2 girls.
That's
And I
fair.
was like,
Yeah.
wait.
That's
Fair
fair. He did
enough.
say that. He did say that.
Fair enough.
But Mako Sato is a character that a lot of people really like. That's definitely that crew with the 2 girls in that car is like probably one of the more iconic Initial D things. But I do agree, like that kind of like, again, strong, independent personality. She's got that obvious like love for cars, which is like a big shtick for me, where I'm always like, man, I'm just gonna annoy anybody that I'm with the car shit all the fucking time. So it's nice to not have to deal with that. And also, by the way, you brought up the still lady. That car is, I mean, not exactly, but it is the car that I used to own. I don't know if
the
you made
240?
that connection. The 240SX is the exact same car
Oh,
That's neat.
as
Look at
that
Look at
lady.
me.
So
well, look at this.
Look at me.
Ethan kind of just like went in there and he swung and he hit full bore out of the park.
All right.
Like he killed it across the board. I was honestly surprised at how like you just hit every single thing that like, and it was crazy because every character that you put like hit a different aspect of the things that I like. And I was like,
Yeah.
man.
Because there are definitely
you
a lot
did it.
of archetypes that are similar. You could find like the whatever the what's her name? The girl from Death Note that we were talking about.
Misa.
Yeah, you can find like the Misa in almost every anime where there's a love interest of some kind. That's kind of, you know, like the over the top.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, just the girl who's
right.
who's kind of written in as the love interest.
Yeah, and that's fair.
That doesn't have a whole lot of character. But then, you know, like there's all kinds of different stereotypical characters that get placed in so many different animes. I just tried not to like have those personalities overlap in the list.
No, and I don't think you did, and I think you chose a lot of good choices that aren't really like stereotypical characters either. Like you had a couple in there that maybe are you could argue they're a little bit like that.
Yeah.
But I think you hit like actual characters that have a bit more personality because yeah, there is an issue in a lot of anime, especially when it's like a love interest thing where yeah, they kind of like play up the whole I'm going to have this character that's just like in service to the main character so that you can like put yourself into the show and be like, wow, I'm so happy that there's this girl that's like doing everything I want. And it's like, that's just not how real life works.
Yep.
Like, you know, but yeah, great fucking top 5. Honestly happy you surprised me with it. I had a great day that day because of that. And, you know, and hey, ladies, you know, I mean, now I've put all my cards on the table.
Yeah, it's out there.
Now you
know. So I mean, like, hey, if you're looking in the mirror and you think, I kind of got that vibe.
I look like,
and I'm listening to this guy's voice, and it's sultry deep, but it's also up to the highest highs.
Listen.
It's an adventure.
I promise, I'm not ugly. I promise.
Oh my God.
It's not. Listen.
That's right. All you guys know is just that drawing, I guess.
Find my Instagram. I won't tell you what it is, but find it.
On the Devil Fruit Instagram, it's there.
That's true. Actually, you can see me on the Devil Fruit Instagram.
He's a real human being.
Don't mind the Gundam I had in my bed. It won't get in the way. We'll just put it off to the side. Yeah. Everything's fine. It has to stay in the bed, though.
Yeah,
it can't be taken. Yeah, we got to tuck it in over to the side. We got to separate it with a body pillow before, we can't let the Gundam see what's going on. Yeah. That's impure.
You know, I'm glad to hear I absolutely came through and smashed that list.
You
obliterated it. I
absolutely fucking crushed it, dominated.
I used my special move that used like 3 bars of energy.
Yes.
And destroyed it.
You fucking destroyed it. And you know, honestly, you've already hit your Citizen Kane, and I hope you can best it.
Might just retire after this one, but let's talk about
have to just
something else that came through.
So
and used its special move on the box office and our hearts.
Yeah. Mugen Train, it was, I think, worth the wait, you know?
Dude.
Like we had to wait for a hot minute.
Yes. I called Joe like a month before, because Joe and I live close enough. Jacob's unfortunately farther away. But I told him, you know, this is coming. So Joe and I got to see each other post-pandemic. Well, people say that, but we're still in the pandemic. Post-vaccination.
Right. Yeah.
And got to go to the theater together for this fantastic flick.
It was a really good time.
And we were hyped the whole time.
Yeah. I went alone. because you guys left me, and that's on you. So
That's for our life choices.
that's your
Jeez.
life choices, and it's fine. Sometimes you gotta what's like break some eggs
To make an omelet?
make an omelet,
Yep.
and I just happen to be one of those eggs, I guess.
Oh,
and
jeez.
that's all right. But
No.
hope it was a good omelet, fuckers. I went in theaters as well, and man, oh man, it was one of those things where I was really curious to see how the movie was going to go. It was definitely it was exciting thinking about where season 1 stopped.
Right.
Because I mean, we just got done. The last couple of episodes is like half of the big scary demons just get fucking murdered because the main guy's like, you're not powerful enough.
Are you more afraid of the demon slayers than of me?
No, I'd never do that. I would put my own life on the line in order to fight for you.
You're not contradicting what I just said, are you?
Yeah.
That's right.
And then he happens to give one of them extra blood to make him more powerful. And that's the guy that's going to be on the fucking train. And it's like, holy shit, this is going to be nuts. We actually get to see another Hashira with Rengoku as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the other big thing. Cause it's like, oh shit, we don't know how good all these Hashira are yet still.
Yeah.
We should say before we get too far in, we're going to spoil this whole thing. So if you haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
Definitely do not fucking listen to this before you've watched it. What are you doing? Why are you here? Get the fuck out of here.
And watch it. And then come back.
And watch it and then come back.
Yeah.
All right. So now that they're gone.
Yeah. So
yeah. Now that they're gone, now that only true weebs are here because
Sanjuro dies.
They saw it opening night. Okay.
So we would recommend you watch the first, or I guess the last bit of season 1 before you see the movie because of that. Because I needed to.
At least.
I ended up watching a recap video. That was what I did.
Yeah.
But
anything like that. Because holy cow, I would have been completely lost.
Dude. Think about how long ago we saw it.
Yeah.
Years. Literally.
Years. Literally years. This was like me trying to remember all of Attack on Titan before I started watching season 4.
This was we watched it December 2019.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was around there. Exactly.
December 2019.
Yeah. And there's some people that watched it when it first came out, and it was out longer than that.
While
Yeah. So yeah, it was a long wait. But yeah, you definitely want to recap before you hop in because you are gonna forget shit. They at least, I like that they did back up a little bit where they showed them hopping on the train and they showed the demons on the train and they gave you a little bit. But yeah, if you don't remember the last episode at all, you got to at least go see that.
Yeah.
I fucking love Rengoku so much.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
I was not expecting his personality to be the way it was.
No, and I think that's what was kind of fun about it was when we first saw him, he's got this very intense look, but he kind of looks but he also has that kind of vibe of that I don't know, kind of that Captain America type, I guess is what you'd call it.
The Boy Scout.
Where he's this he's the Boy Scout. He's kind of got that feel. But then when he starts talking, he's just this absolute goober, and I love it.
Yeah,
it's
just
hilarious.
Eyes wide, straight ahead.
Yeah, just wide, straight ahead all the time. And I just love that the first time that they see him, he's just sitting there, just slamming food, and every single time that he takes a bite, he's like, delicious.
Yeah. Delicious.
And it's yo, this is incredible.
Delicious.
He's such a goober.
Yeah.
And then he kind of agreed to take on Sanjuro as his apprentice, right?
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
I beefed that already.
He even more than agreed. He asked.
Asked.
It wasn't so much of an ask as it was
you're gonna
be my apprentice.
But I was pretty surprised that he didn't actually have any answers for him as far as is it fire?
Yeah, the fire
heat
versus flame.
Yeah.
Fire versus flame
breathing.
Yeah.
So Tanjiro's fire, yeah? And the other guy's flame? pretty sure that's what it was.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But obviously now we're not going to be able to see any kind of training, at least from him. But maybe he has like a sensei, or he had like a whole family.
Yeah, Rengoku is the flame Hashira.
But his whole
Yeah.
family
So-
was flames. Maybe there's another family
Yes.
member who's going to be able to teach him.
Yeah, and like
Maybe.
I said when we were reviewing the season, I remember bringing up that I do really like that there's like a difference between flame and fire.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
it still
blows
doesn't seem
my
pretty
mind.
clear on what it is.
It's like
That's
Yeah.
like, what if? Okay, so if there's distinction like that, then does that mean maybe in the future there's going to be like, because there's the water one, right? Like,
yeah,
is there going to be like a rain?
Well, there's a mist.
One.
There's a guy that does mist.
there's a missed one.
Yeah,
So there you
so,
go.
like, so
yeah, it's kind of it's a
they-
very cool system.
I like that they really
The mist guy's
decided
dope.
to, right? Yeah, to
Yeah.
take that liberty with that, and I think that's really neat because
Yeah.
it's less constrained than what you would naturally think of as the elements, because that's basically what it is.
Right.
So I thought that the whole thing with the this demon kills you by putting you into a dream.
Right.
And,
That's the
like-
first encounter.
Like that's the whole thing is like he puts you in a dream state and then he or someone else goes into your dream, finds your
Like core.
core of your soul basically,
Yeah.
and just takes it and then you're fucking done.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
To die while in the rapture of a dream. A blessing indeed.
Yeah.
And there was a part of me that was like, I feel like I've seen stuff like this before, as far as like the whole like dream thing.
It's kind of
it's
like
Kingdom-
Inception.
It's Kingdom Hearts.
I've never actually played Kingdom Hearts.
Neither have I.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, that's essentially what it is. Is it's they go into your memories and try and take
Right.
your soul.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but I just feel like I've seen like, I guess like, you know, like even in like comic book cartoons and like stuff where there's like some kind of villain that maybe it's not a dream, but they put you into some kind of world that they control,
Mm.
and then like
Oh, yeah.
blah 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 blah, and you have to find a way to like break out the like mentally break out
Isn't
of it
that
or
what?
whatever.
Oh God, what's his name? The guy, Sasuke's brother.
Itachi?
Isn't that kind
Itachi?
of what his powers are? Where he puts you in like a
with
dream
with
state.
his Sharingan.
Yeah.
His is more like hypnotizing.
Okay.
Right.
But yeah, I
Hypnosis.
know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I just can't pick out
Yeah.
exactly who it is. But yeah,
Right.
it's
But
definitely
like
a
point
trope.
being like it's a trope, and so there was a part of me that was like, okay, we'll see how it goes. But I actually do like how it plays out in the sense that it's an interesting idea because every other demon that they've been dealing with has been like very overtly like
Physical.
murdering people, and
Yeah.
like it's like people know that it's happening, where
Yeah.
on this one like everybody just is disappearing on the train and no one fucking knows what's going on.
Right.
Mhm.
Which is cool because it's a little more covert. It gives them that
Mhm.
ability, like that kind of like, we've now moved from a dangerous because of like the physicality or the skills, and now it's like dangerous because of like the intellect
Mhm.
kind of thing.
It's a little more
um,
abstract.
Right.
Yeah. I
So I
think
like that.
I like on top of that, I like that it allowed the audience to see more of the characters that got put to sleep, right?
Yes.
Because that was one of my favorite things of his reaction, or the one little like side character that was sent into Tanjiro, and he
Right.
was like, "This world, this like soul. What is Tanjiro's soul embodied into a world, or
Yes.
or made physical into a world?"
Yes.
He's like, "It's so pure, and
Right.
it's like this waterscape going into
Yeah.
the sky, and
Yeah.
it's like sun shining, but there's like a couple of clouds in the distance, and the ground is water, but it's so crystalline still."
That it looks like you're just walking on air.
Yeah. And I was
And
just
the
like,
fact that-
"That's so
And
cool."
the the fact that Tanjiro's little soul goobies,
Yeah.
the little boys,
Yeah.
they
took him to the soul.
They took him to the soul. That's how pure he is.
Yeah.
And I honestly was laughing about it because I was just like, they could not be conveying how much of a fucking golden retriever Tanjiro is harder.
Dude.
And I was loving it. I was like, this is great.
I got
This
shivers.
is so cool.
I got
Like,
shivers
it's so
in that
funny.
moment. Like that was like,
Yeah.
oh, it was like, cause like the little angel thingamajigs inside his soul.
Yeah.
Like they sensed what this new body or foreign body wanted. And the instinct was to help.
Right.
Just be like, you want this? Well, here, let me show you. Like, let's go check it out.
It's actually like I don't know if there's ever been a shonen show that's had like a deeper like a deeper insight into the exact character of the main character before like that. Where it's like obviously you're learning things about a lot of those characters just through the show, but like it really like they really wanted to convey that it's like guys like Tanjiro doesn't feel like darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets angry, but it's always in the service of others.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's never anything selfish. It never comes from any kind of deep-seated anything. It's just like he wants to help.
Yeah.
And that's his whole thing.
Yeah. Like even Goku, I think they try to make they have in the past tried to make Goku be like the pure of heart one. And they're with him being able to ride the Nimbus cloud and stuff when he was a kid,
Right.
but then he grew up and
he's selfish.
Yeah.
Like,
like and in Z and in Super they've touched on a little bit more of the flaws in Goku.
Oh yeah.
And-
I mean, he's responsible for the death of how many universes now?
well, yeah, but I mean, hey, they wish him back to life, right?
I know, but he was just like cool with that.
Yeah, no,
Just to be able to fight him. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about.
But it's true, right? When you look at like the big names, like Goku has those selfish qualities. Fucking Ichigo is like an absolute rage monster. Like
Bleach, the entire thing is his internal fight with
they're all very
light
flawed.
and darkness. That's like the whole thing.
Like the Naruto has similar struggles.
Yeah, he's got like things
Luffy's
in his
a
past.
mess.
Luffy's a fucking mess.
Is Luffy a mess? Luffy's kind of just like he's kind of like a clown.
Yeah, I mean he makes very quick decisions on if he likes you or does not like you, and if he doesn't,
then he's full bore on it.
Sorry,
That's
buddy.
right. Yeah. Yeah, he's very
so he's bullheaded.
Yes, that's a good word.
So like we see those types of flaws, or even like oh man, I was thinking of something else, but now I can't.
Take your time.
But yeah, like no, it's all good.
Okay.
But yeah, like so we see those types of flaws in like your really big main shonen characters, where like they really want to convey to you that like in a way this is Tanjiro's flaw, is that he's too good,
right?
like he's too nice.
Yeah, I think it's also worth saying because I was gonna say that I was happy that because his dream sequence where he's happy is with his family, and it's very
break my heart.
Yeah, it's like super. It's emotionally like, oof.
Welcome home, Tanjiro.
Yeah.
And then these other guys,
and he had to leave them.
Well, not only leave them, but kill himself to leave them.
Yeah.
And then these other guys kind of have these like breaks that you're like, thank God I can break over to Zenitsu. How do you say it?
Zenitsu.
Yeah, Zenitsu and Inosuke. Yeah.
Zenitsu. And these guys kind of have these kind of comedic moments, which is
so
like
you actually like.
Well, I initially like if I were gonna like do this review impulsively, I'd say I wish I could see more depth in those characters, but it was also like, man, it would have been a bummer at that point if it was just going from this like super sad sequence to another super sad sequence of like
that's an interesting
Zenitsu
point.
and his grandpa or something.
Yeah,
it would have been interesting to see, but I don't know if I would have like emotionally been like,
yeah.
And
I'm
still waiting on pins and needles to find out more about Zenitsu.
I'm sure he's going to have like a whole season where it's like he's kind of the main character. But
I'm just waiting.
That's like exactly where my head was at, was what you said about like when I was watching it, I was thinking to myself that I kind of wasn't happy that it felt very shallow in both.
Right,
of their
and
dreams.
impulsively, I agree with you. But
Yeah.
I think thinking about it now, like what would I have done differently? I don't know, because I don't know
because if they were all super fucking like really intense,
yeah,
it probably would have made the movie kind of drag.
yeah, and like Inosuke obviously has trauma, and we don't know anything about
and that's
it.
the thing is like, we don't know fucking anything about Inosuke, and it does, so like, it kind of sucks to like have it like that, but then at the same time, it's like knowing how Inosuke is, like it's probably like pretty legit that's kind of what his dream would be.
Yeah,
right. Like because he really is very one note in the sense of like he just kind of thinks of himself as this like amazing,
he's the hero,
fucking Slayer hero, and like Zenitsu is Zenitsu, and I mean, I gotta say, even after this movie, my feelings towards Zenitsu as a character haven't changed much. I'm still not a huge fan of him. I love when he does crazy shit when he's asleep.
It's so good.
Dude, I see the potential, and
I fucking can't stand every time he's awake and speaking. It like
I
just don't like him.
I know.
And I'm not saying that you're wrong for liking him. I just don't like it.
I get that. And I think that it's super intentional how hard they're milking him as far as like the ability, because it keeps that like you're waiting on bated breath every time you see him.
Right.
And eventually that will go away. But I think they're gonna do it in this like tiers of like showing his potential and his ability.
Right.
But dude, I gotta tell you guys, I think I was let down, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like, well, no, it did happen eventually. But I remember being in the theater and like nudging Ethan when everybody was starting to fall asleep and stuff, like going under the spell. I remember being like, Zenitsu's going to sleep. Zenitsu's going to sleep. I was like, Ethan,
and it didn't actually, but it didn't. They didn't actually use it like that.
I know, but they did show him do something, but it was not. Remind me, because I remember it being like not in the moment when I thought it might happen.
Yeah,
he wasn't in. So it wasn't when he was in like the dream state that the demon put him in. It was like later when they were trying to wake him up, and then like eventually he.
I think
ends up using the sleep state for something.
I think what happened
because he goes through the whole cart.
Yeah.
Like fucking
I
badass.
Can't remember.
I actually can't remember how the fuck they got to that point at all.
Well, I remember the guy was like choking one of the kids like in his sleep. And then Tanjiro woke up.
Which was by the way, the fact that again, like talking about like the power of Hashira, and like that was like the first thing that kind of happened where like Rengoku, even while in a state of like complete vulnerability, his body just reacts as he's asleep. And I was like, okay, that's fucking cool. I'm having a good time with that.
And the kid's like, does he know I'm here? And he's like, no, he's just sleeping. But then you see him in a chokehold, one-handed, lifting him off in the air, like literally doing
the Ganon side B.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that everything after they wake up wasn't what I had wanted it to be because of my expectations going in the movie. And I was like, man, like how are they going to wrap this up? Is this guy just going to have like multiple lives, or like it's going to be like a Final Fantasy villain? But then I don't know. Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but that switcheroo into the, he's the whole train. I liked that. That was cool. That was cool.
I didn't expect that. That was essentially
neat.
that was like his second life.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like my first thought went to Harry Potter with Voldemort putting part of his soul into different objects.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's neat. That's because I like that concept.
The train is a whole crux.
I liked how they actually used Inosuke, his mask, as like a weapon in that as well.
That was really cool. That was really cool that Inosuke ended up being like actually a huge part to like them winning that fight.
I know.
Which was actually a cool thing to see, because it did kind of feel like Inosuke was kind of being thrown to the wayside a lot, where he was just like kind of this guy who thinks he's a badass, but he keeps losing.
Yeah. I do
So
kind of
it was
wish it
cool to
was
see that.
more of like just his like natural ability than his mask. Where like think about how cool that
Right.
would have been if it was just like he loses the mask and then he just fights the guy with his eyes closed or something. Like
Yeah,
that would have been
well,
really
but
cool.
I think that what was cool was seeing that Inosuke was smart enough to recognize that the mask could help.
Yeah, I guess that's
as
true.
well, though.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like that
That
was
he's
kind of
not
part of
just
the play.
dumb brawn.
Yeah,
But that was
Yeah.
a cool fight.
it was. All of that was really cool. It was cool that, and I like how they had it set up where like Rengoku can't be the one that defeats this demon because Rengoku's busy like making sure that people don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Nezuko and Zenitsu are in the other section of the train and they're handling that part.
Mhm.
And like that's all going on.
Oh yeah,
I
Nezuko
also
had a few cool, just like
Nezuko was doing a lot of shit in this movie, and I actually did like that. I'm happy that she's not as like just this like passive like crutch that Tanjiro has to deal with. Like
Yeah.
I want her to do more.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And
she's kind
going
of
to.
becoming an actual like legitimate demon slayer.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
like I can't wait because a little prediction moment here.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be a time when one of the Hashira, maybe the snake guy or somebody who was like apprehensive to let her live at that whole part of season 1, one of those people are going to test her again. And I think she's going to fight them.
Mm.
And that would be hype.
I also
Okay.
have a
Pretty good.
prediction with Nezuko. I think that
Ooh.
with Nezuko.
Mhm.
I think
No,
that
I was saying ooh. Not
Oh.
ooh. Not ooh. Sorry.
I think that
Like,
she's
ooh.
gonna get a sword at some point, and it's gonna replace her bamboo. How cool would that be?
I never thought
Oh,
about that.
I love Joe getting hyped about things.
That
Wouldn't
would
that be
be,
cool?
One of
dude.
my
I got
favorite things.
goosebumps on my arms.
Yeah.
that would
Oh
be
my!
so
It'd be like
legit.
Zoro from One Piece.
Be like Zoro.
Yeah, but then she has
Yeah.
to always have it in her mouth because
Yeah,
that's how
and
she's
just-
not gonna go bite some people,
Yeah.
dude.
How do you feel about little baby Nezuko? I thought that was cute. I
Yeah,
liked
they brought that
That
back.
was cute. That was
Little
cute.
baby Nezuko running around.
Mhm.
So
Good time. But then obviously, let's just get. I know, like I can tell, Ethan, you're trying to get to it.
yeah, because
So-
I think that the death of the guy is just like whatever.
Oh. So okay.
main-
I
the
thought you were
main
going to talk
villain
about the
dude?
battle.
Are you talking about the main villain, dude? The train?
The train.
Yeah.
Oh
The
yeah,
death
yeah.
of him.
No, I mean like they did it. It was cool. They killed him, and it was like sick, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know-
I thought the movie was going to end there.
I thought it was going to end, and I
I would've-
definitely think.
I would have been disappointed.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I would've
Shinobu
thought it
never
would've been
showed
pretty-
up. I was like, "What is this?
Oh my god.
Shinobu never showed up.
Yeah, you got
What did I
your
pay my money for?"
you got your one scene where like a crow says something to Shinobu, and she's like,
Yeah, and thank God they did. Otherwise, I might have been just hammering
that's
this movie
it.
right now.
yeah, but yeah, like it did. I agree. It really felt like the movie was going to end after the train crashes.
Yeah.
And they killed the guy, and it's like if it had ended right there, and this was definitely a feeling I was having. It sounds like y'all were the same. Where yeah, I was kind of sitting there and I was like, this movie was kind of average. Like it was like good, and there was some good stuff, but like I don't know if it's like that crazy.
Yeah.
And then the fucking flip around of, oh, here's one of the big demons.
Yeah.
This is the first time you get to meet
The
one.
upper.
was-
And
it
it's
was-
just like, here he is.
Yeah. What number?
Here we go.
He was number
And it's
3,
like,
right?
Holy shit.
3 or
He was like
4.
one of the scarier ones.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like
Yeah. Like
and
high up.
out of fucking nowhere. I like not even anywhere in my head did I expect that to happen. And then honestly, the movie, if I'm being honest, it's just about entirely carried by that fight.
Yeah. Oh,
Like-
I actually kind of agree.
Yeah.
At least the like uphill climb of a movie where you get these
Right.
3 story beats, these
Right.
3 acts, whatever you want to call it, and the climax of those beats would be the fight and defeat of the train, and then
Right.
it's supposed to be kind of a downhill
Yeah, you're supposed to just
Wrap
be like,
up.
oh, we did it.
Yeah, we're tying
oh, everybody
knots.
lived. We're okay.
Yeah, we're kind of setting up the next journey. But no, the climax is actually like, you keep going.
They did like a fake climax into the double climax.
And thank God, because that first climax was just like not it for me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was good,
It
but
was
it wasn't
cool.
like holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
just
yeah.
felt
But
like
then we
another
got-
Demon Slayer.
But then we
episode.
got the holy shit.
And then it became
But then
the
we
movie.
got the holy shit. Yeah. This guy and his whole thing against Rengoku is like, man, talk about like fucking just money. Just every moment of that fight scene is just this like gorgeous display of color.
Before even they started fighting, I love when there's a bad guy who's, even as they're fighting, is trying to be like, come join me.
Yeah.
Come, why are you on that side?
Yeah.
Just come over here. Because he's like, just be a demon. You could be he was like, you could be so amazing. Right now you're human and you have a ceiling. He's like, come be a demon.
Yeah.
And you
could
break.
You could train forever.
Yeah. That was his whole thing. He was like, you don't know what you could be. He was like, you could be amazing.
Yeah.
Come join
me. Which I think is a really like weird and interesting like avenue to have that like join me arc. Like that it's it's the Darth Vader thing.
You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training.
It's the thing that a lot of narratives do. But in like this scenario, it's like he sees the potential, and he's like a demon that literally, and that's how he describes it. Like he only gives a shit about becoming like more and more of the ultimate fighter, and that's like his whole reason for being a demon in the first place. Is like he just wants to be this like ultimate fighter. So he looks at Rengoku and he's just like, you have a lot of these similar values, which is again a really cool dichotomy to be like, these guys are on the opposite sides, but they kind of are similar people. It's just that one decided to go over the edge to get to a further place. And the other one has certain morals that he stands by, whether or not it makes him weaker, right?
Yeah. And they also have I always also really like when one character shows up having been just like already through a full day's work.
Yeah.
And the other guy shows up fresh, and then they have to be on the same level, and somehow they manage it, and you're like, man, the tables have to turn because you already know you have this previous knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, he's gassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does
Too
happen.
bad there weren't any like sensubians or some shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, no get out of jail free cards in this narrative.
Dude, that's one of my least favorite things about DBZ.
I totally agree.
Wow. It's just so convenient.
Yeah.
It's just so convenient.
Yeah.
A gift from Corin. One bag of fresh picked senzu beans should have you up and running in no time.
Yeah, it's just like, oh wow, we got this thing that makes us feel like that I didn't do anything today. Sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like cool. Yeah, no, but no, and then the fact that like again, Rengoku is a man that holds to his exact vision of life up until the end. And that's like what makes him such an amazing character. And that's why I think everybody's like so into him after like all we really get is this movie to encounter his character. But like, it's just so compelling because he literally like, he wouldn't stop no matter what until there was no way he could move any further. And he was never going to waver on how he feels about his convictions. And like, that was what was so incredible about that fight, and how he like keeps like, it's like, and again, like all the fucking crazy special moves that came out and like all the different arts that started coming out from both of them.
Yeah.
And then, and leads into that whole thing where he finally like sacrifices himself basically to go for like the maximum output to try to beat this guy. And then of course, since this is going to be a long narrative show, they said, and he doesn't even win. Like they're like, we're not giving this to you. You don't get this success.
Even though he did it all right.
He's going to leave.
He hit the guy in the neck. He did it,
Right.
He did it
but
all.
the guy was just that much better.
Yeah.
Which is a thing that anime, I think, achieves really well, when they show that like difference in power scale, and they have those moments in a lot of shows. You know, it's like when Karasuno fights against Seijo in the first tournament before they go to the spring tournament. You know, Ethan, it's like that.
Sorry, what?
It's like when
Haikyuu?
it's like when Karasuno fights Seijo in the first tournament.
Yes, yeah.
They put in their full 100% effort, but Seijo was just better
Sometimes,
and they have to live with
yeah,
that.
defeat happens.
I just want to talk about Haikyuu.
Oh my god! Don't even
I've
get
been watching
me
a lot of
started,
Haikyuu.
dude.
But point being, but that's the thing. It's like they want this to feel really compelling, and like I love that. What this was for was now like Tanjiro now has this much deeper conviction to become like infinitely stronger because of what he had to view, because he was too powerless to even help in that situation.
He couldn't even see the fight.
Couldn't even see
It was
the fight.
happening
Yeah,
so
getting into that
fast.
kind of So because of that, and because he sees what occurs, Rengoku dies, and this fucking demon gets away. Even after, by the way, I love that Tanjiro got so pissed that he just threw the sword.
Yeah.
He just said, "Here."
Yeah, so you think his sword's going to change color next time he gets a new one?
I don't know.
I think this might be like the trauma that makes his sword turn red.
Maybe. There's a lot of questions about it, Who knows?
No, I think it'll still be black.
I think they want to stick with the black. I feel like there's something about the black sword that is like gonna be unlocked at some point.
That part's so cool to
everybody's
me. It's just
like
the colored lightsaber shit. It's like, why is that so cool?
Yeah,
because it's like the fact that they've already talked about how like, oh well, black swords are never like powerful and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like there's something's gonna happen where they're like, no, you actually needed, I don't know, like fire breathing to make the black sword do this or whatever.
Yeah.
So I do want to say, because this is something that I think I told Joe when we were acting the movie, is so I'm not a Fireboy fan, Rengoku.
Really?
Only because I feel like his character, going into it, looking at it just like aesthetically, his design is fire. His personality is fire.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's kind of achieved everything he's wanted to achieve thus far. He's just he's a success story. And I think that because of that, part of me knew he was going to die because
that's fair. He's a completed character.
Yeah, right. I don't know what more they could have done with him if he had won that fight, and like, would he have been a different person? No, he would have been the same guy, and it's just another notch in his belt.
Well, the only other
really
thing
humble
was
about it, but
at the beginning of the movie, he said how he would have wanted to train Tanjiro.
Right,
So,
but Rengoku's character would not have shifted from winning.
Yeah, he's not like a Kakashi where he has like this super flawed character that's trying to be like the sensei or something like that. So I felt like I went into it knowing like he's not going to win that fight because of that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's very perceptive. I don't know if I was. I guess I didn't really think about it in the moment. Was my thing. I just kind of let it run.
Yeah,
sure.
No, and that's totally me. Like I need to stop doing that when I go to movies, and it's because of my obsession,
dude. And like and especially like, dude, the film background thing, when you have to do like a lot of those like theory classes and you watch movies and critique them and shit.
Yeah,
it kind of like puts your brain in a completely different place. That kind of like almost there are points when it will suck some fun out of movies. Yeah. And I had to unlearn it because I used to do that all the time too.
I know. And sometimes
I just decided to be in the moment instead now, where I just don't even try to do it anymore. I still think while I'm watching though, but I just try not to like go deep into like the I guess
thinking as the writer,
like the screenwriting tropes and stuff.
Yep. But yeah, I still think that this movie, of the other anime movies I've seen that are shown in shows that are continuing, I don't think I've ever seen a movie that's been brave enough to pick up right where the anime ended, saying, if you haven't seen everything else, you're probably going to be lost. Sorry. And then also covering what should have been like an entire story arc, just compacting it into a movie and saying, "Here you go. Here's the finished product." It's
right.
I mean, you can almost pick out where you would cut off for each episode throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. And honestly, I think it's cool because otherwise I feel like the only time you see stuff like that is like after a show's already been made, sometimes they go back and they make movies of that season again to like either
or vice
compact
versa.
it or to like make it more HD or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Resurrection of F
like,
with Dragon Ball Super is like you can either watch the movie or you can watch like the first season of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, that made me mad though, because they did the movie and then they went and made the show afterwards. And I just remember watching the show being like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing it? Like, we already saw this.
Yep.
Right. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that was just double dipping.
Right.
But
yeah, and that's usually why they do it in the opposite way. But but in this scenario, it's honestly cool that they're just like, no, this. And actually, it's funny enough. The only other show that I know of that did this is Initial D.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
The third season of Initial D is a movie, and it's not a season. So like same kind of idea where it's just like, no, you know what? This arc, we want to just get it done, and it's going to be in this movie, and it's still going to be good. It's just that we want it to be like more compact and succinct, and just be like, okay, we're not going to spend 12 episodes on this. Let's just like get this arc done, and then we can move into the next season to like go more in depth with like maybe the next arc is just longer or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's really cool stuff. I definitely, the only thing for me that I was noticing as far as how I felt about, and I guess this is kind of something I felt from watching Demon Slayer when we were watching the show too, but I do think that a lot of the comedy in Demon Slayer is like not really my shtick, and it kind of takes me out sometimes.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Like there are definitely a lot, like there was a chunk of moments in this movie where I was like, okay, like, all right.
If you're not listening to, you're probably not with the comedy because it's so loud and in your face.
Yeah.
And it's very, and I mean, it's a very, again, it's in a lot of anime, that kind of style of jokes. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, to me, it doesn't make me laugh. It doesn't really get me. Every once in a while, I'll find something about it funny. Or like someone says something that I'll find funny. But like, if we compared this to like, I don't know, like the way that they handled comedy in like Jujutsu Kaisen, where it's a lot less in the show and it's more in like
reactions.
It's more in the reactions or in like the dialogue quips.
Yeah.
Where it's not loud necessarily, like sometimes it is, but
or the little
it's
references.
more about like it's more about what they're saying. And like I found that like when I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen, I was laughing more at that than something like the comedy that they were using in that movie where I was just like, okay, haha, let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only, those are the only things with Demon Slayer that kind of hold me back otherwise. Because otherwise, like, I think they do really good about being emotional and having really good action and doing some really witty things.
Mm-hmm.
So, where are we at with ratings, boys? How did we feel about the movie? How about you, Joe? And this is thinking I guess I don't know how you want to play it. I don't know if you want to rate just the movie or are you trying to rate like the full experience of Demon Slayer as it is right now?
Right. And yeah, so I mean, because I was thinking that in my head even as you were saying that. So like watching the movie reminded me how much I do love this story. And I think Demon Slayer, it would be, I would be hard pressed to not put it as an A for me, as the way it grips me and the way it's made me invested in certain characters and whatnot. It hits a lot of points for me. I think the movie, because there were parts that, like you said, I can't. This was a while ago now, but I think maybe it was parts in the comedy and maybe just random parts here or there that I did feel less in it than others. Like I did go in and out of my like full on enjoyment, which maybe isn't fair because like to say, oh, I wasn't out of my seat amazed every second isn't fair.
It's not. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can't. I wouldn't say like
But
you can use that to then end with like, and therefore it's bad.
Right.
It's just
so
yeah.
So I think I would say I think I'm comfortable calling it an A minus. The movie.
Right. I think that's fair. Yeah.
Because I bounced around with a B, but I was like, I just can't bring myself to put a B on this.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the Rengoku fight, I think it would be lower.
I think that there were other parts in the movie that bumped it up higher for me.
Right. There's bits.
The Rengoku fight was awesome, but I don't think that was necessarily my favorite part. I think the fight scenes in this movie in general were less than other fight scenes in movies that I'd seen. Like the new Broly Super movie was insane.
Yeah.
So
and I agree that there was definitely points where I was like, I'm kind of surprised that the fights aren't like way crazy. But I guess we're too early into the show.
But that also just makes me think like it's on a pedestal in my head. So it's already achieved such great heights to where now if it doesn't hit then it's like less.
The problem is that there were some really, really hot moments in the first season.
There were.
So that's part of it, I think.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm on such a mountaintop with this show already that it's hard to stay at that mountaintop.
For sure.
But at the same time, I would never give it less than an A. So I'm going to say A minus for the movie.
How you feeling, Ethan?
So I think that that the movie sustained the same level of excitement and everything that the show had given me prior. I also think, and I've said this multiple times, Demon Slayer sets a gold standard for me as far as pacing with anime.
Yeah.
I think it's got it like on a lock. Even Jujutsu Kaisen, which we've talked about, I think is the best show in anime right now.
Yeah.
I still think if there's anything I would gripe about with the show, at times it's the pacing. And I think that Demon Slayer just kills it every single time with that. Even with this movie, they didn't stay too long on certain characters. The dream sequences were what they should have been. We only saw like a few like cells from Inosuke's, which is all I wanted. I didn't need to spend any time in his dream.
Right. Yeah,
you know, like
for sure.
They know what you want to see, and then they're in and they're out, and they're not like making you stay around because it looks pretty.
Yeah,
which it always does. I also think that the only other thing that really kind of knocked this down for me was I thought that the fight initially with the demon on top of the train, where Tanjiro's pulling out all of his water breathing, and then the guy's sending him back in the dream. He kills himself. He's right back in the fight over and over and over again. Was so much more hype than when he's actually the train.
Killing the train. That's fair.
I agree.
That's fair.
Just emphasizing the fact that he was having to kill himself, and then like in a split second.
Yeah, he had to do the same thing to fight the train, and maybe it's just because that he'd already kind of figured that out. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just thought that was really cool.
But seeing it, the visual of running across the train,
and he falls asleep for
dying,
like a second,
and he's like mid fall. And then he gets back and he's up and running again.
Yeah, and knowing that he's going through that full like
I forgot about that until you said that. You're right.
Yeah, that shit was incredible. And it was better than when they killed the train.
That
for sure.
was so good.
But
and that just brings me back to the fact that he had to kill himself to get out of his dream, not even knowing for sure that it would do it.
Or if that was the real reality.
Yeah, well, remember because remember the last time that he put the sword up to his neck, he was actually awake.
Yeah,
and Inosuke was like, "Stop!"
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
No. So, that was amazing.
But it's that kind of stuff where they put layers on top of all the fights. You know, like it's not just the fight is cool. It's that all this stuff's happening behind the scenes
that's
that
a good
know
point.
about, and that's. Again, with Jujutsu Kaisen, that's with that show does it really well. And a lot of the shonen shows are starting to do it where it's not just this flashy action is going to get me by. Also, Shinobu
Right.
was not in the movie, which let me down. So I'm giving
It's
it
true.
Demon Slayer as a whole is still an A+ for me. Like it's
Right.
touching S tier,
I totally
But-
agree.
which for me is My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen and God, if I can't think of it, it's probably not there. Maybe those two shows right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm giving it A+. It's like a must see though. You know, like if you're watching the show and
Yeah.
you're skipping the
You
movie,
have to
what
watch
are
the
you
movie.
doing? You got to
Yeah.
see it. And I'm assuming that season 3 is just going to pick up right there where
Yeah.
Tanjiro doesn't have his sword and
Absolutely.
And then the craftsman's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The
Like they're gonna do
super
all that.
upsetty about it.
The sword craftsman's gonna have a
I
heyday.
don't think they even made
Yeah.
it back to the base in the end of the movie, did they? Like they're still out on the railroad tracks.
I think so.
Yeah. It just ended straight right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the sun was
Um,
rising.
But man, I think
Yeah.
season 3 is going to be so cool.
For
Mhm.
sure.
Or I guess
Mhm.
it's just season 2, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it'll probably be counted as like season 3 because
Part
season
3.
2 will be the Mugen Train movie or whatever.
Yeah,
I
whatever
have
they
to
call it.
assume they
Whatever.
both
Part 3.
everyone gets some kind of teacher character who's going to help them develop further. Like I think Tanjiro will probably link up with a guy, the water guy,
Yeah.
and I'm just excited to see what some of these other characters bring to the show. But
Right.
yeah,
Mhm.
I mean the movie made me excited to see more. That's kind of the goal,
Right.
right? So
Yeah.
For sure.
Jacob.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually in a lot of agreement with what you guys said, where like I think the movie is probably like I think I'm kind of both of you because I think the movie by itself is probably like around that like B+ A- area for me, probably an A- because I agree also that I don't think it was like so quote unquote bad. Like B is like a high B is like on my list. It's still really good. It's just
Yeah.
like but I do think it was like in that range.
Yeah.
Where there's just some stuff I was like, yeah, but overall, like I still had a really great time with it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I added in, because I already had Demon Slayer season 1 on my list. But then I added in the Mugen Train and had to stare at it, and I was like, okay, does this move anywhere? Does it move up? Does it move down? Whatever. And I honestly didn't move it at all. Like it's still sitting as an A+.
yeah,
The only things in my list that are an A+ that are above it right now is I'm fully caught up on Attack on Titan, and like, if you've seen, especially if you've seen like season 3 and 4, like that fucking show is incredible. I can't wait to see it like it end. So, and that's also like a lot more content as well. So that's like super,
right.
It's like way up there for me. It's still not like a total S because I had some problems with the show overall, but whatever. And then the only other thing that's above it is I just finished season 2 of Haikyuu.
Oh, that's my other S tier. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because Haikyuu has been like, I've been fucking loving it.
Oh.
And now I'm at season 3 where everybody's saying,
You
like,
are?
no, this is the time when you're going to love it. And I'm like, okay, I'm surprised because the first 2 seasons I've been having such a good time.
I've been hearing you talk
yeah.
about it more, and I just finished episode 12 of Haikyuu. So I'm very early, but
yeah,
I'm
dude,
progressing.
season 1, it's awesome when I can say with 100% honesty, season 1 is a great season and still the worst season of the show.
Yeah, I agree as far as where I'm at right now too.
It just
where
keeps going up.
I think it just keeps going up. Yeah, and like I'm just having a super good time with it, and I honestly totally see that after I get through. I bet you after season 3 that Haikyuu will probably move up into S.
Yeah. God, we need to end this recording so I can talk to you about it.
But point being, like, my Demon Slayer is right there, right in between Haikyuu, and then below it, I have Promised Neverland season 1, which is something I also really liked. And yeah, it's an A+. I don't think Mugen Train like really made enough of an impact to make it like, wow, now this show is fucking incredible,
right.
like beyond all like whatever. But I agree, I'm on like that bleeding edge of A+ to S, where like if the next season is really good, it'll probably go up there.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where my head's at on that.
How much is Shinobu going to be in it? That's the question we're all asking.
That's right. That's really all that matters.
It's a show that really plans from the beginning to be a long haul type of show. And I like that.
What you don't recognize is that in the next part, Tanjiro's going to die, and then the main character is going to be Shinobu. And that's where the story picks up.
Yes. And then Ethan is just selling his soul to work on the show.
The Devil Fruit podcast is just going to become every episode. It's like, yeah. I know we're talking about this show, but like, guys. Shinobu.
Well, kind of it is already that. So here we are.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up, boys. This has been this will probably be by far our longest filler episode yet, but we did have 2 separate pieces of content, so I hope y'all enjoyed. Take it away, Joe.
So, if you want to keep up with the Devil Fruit Gang and all of our going abouts, head on over to Instagram. Give us a follow over at Devil Fruit Corp. It is CORP. And we are also brand new to TikTok. We got some fun stuff up on there if you want to go follow us over there. And if that's too much, just head on over to the Devil Fruit Podcast website. That's www.devilfruitpodcast.com. And you can find links to everything there. Links to our social media, links to other places to listen to the podcast. You can find our chart of all of our past rankings of animes that we've watched. You can find a link to send us an email directly to us. Get in touch with us. Let us know what you think of the show. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you have your own suggestion for a top 5 anime-related topic list that you want one of the hosts to conquer? Whatever the message, we'd love to hear from you.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
See ya.